Hello, my beautiful love. Let's pull cards for you. What is the message for you today? What is the message for type 4 today, please? Oh, interesting. All right, type 4s. This is not a pretty spread. I'm sorry. I know you love things to be beautiful. But this message is to help you get on your highest timeline. Okay. So the first card that I pulled is called the Servant. And I am directed to look at the shadow attribute of the servant, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Okay, because type 4s never have money. That is what I find, except for my daughter, who's a power saver, and she's a type 4. But generally, I find that type 4s always feel like there's not enough money. So this has a lot to do with feeling like the pursuit of money is superficial, that it doesn't have value, that is cheapening yourself to care about money. Money is a neutral thing. It's really just, it's your energy behind what you want it for and how you enjoy using it. That has more to do with what the vibration of money will mean for you. So what I find is that type 4s kind of live in a poor me story. Poor me, I don't have enough money and I can't have the life that I want. Poor me, there's something wrong with me that makes me not have a happy life while everybody else is totally having a happy life. There is this using the lack of money as a way to validate the poor me story. And we want to let that go. You can move forward in life without money by releasing the poor me story. You have everything that you need. You are incredibly talented, type 4. Type 4s are highly imaginative, intuitive, sensitive creatures. You have everything that you need to create a life that you love. So don't let the money be what stops you. It's the attitude behind the lack of money that is really in the way. We must let go of a poor me story and move into gratitude. I am so grateful for the beauty and abundance in my life. I have an abundance of beauty in my life. I have amazing friends. My life is really interesting. Validating what you do have, loving what you already have, noticing what you already have is what moves you into the flow. The money will arrive as a result. So if you're feeling stuck, stagnant, this card is called the Servant. This is about being in service. Let's look at the light attribute. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. So if you could get out of worrying about yourself, how are things going for you, just commit to being of service for a while. Think about, what can I do for others? If I have no money, what would I do? I would offer to help. I could be a great listener. I could have compassion. I could create something beautiful for them. Type 4s are creatives when they're not being the diva. So the diva version of the type 4 is feeling like they need special treatment, like they want to be fussed over, like they deserve more validation and attention. So letting go of all of that, not worrying about yourself and being of service will move you into the flow, which will bring you everything you desire. Then you will have what you want. Does that make sense? Okay, so then the next card that I pulled is called the victim. That's that poor me story. The shadow attributes of the victim. I need my glasses. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Okay. So this is speaking directly to the poor me story that most type 4s have got going on. Where this comes from is from a painful childhood of feeling misunderstood. Type 4s are right brainers in a left brain world. They grow up feeling like they don't fit in, like they don't belong, and they receive a lot of messaging from parents and teachers about how annoying it is that they don't fit in and how you're being inconvenient to me because I don't get you. You don't do it the way everybody else does it, and I find that annoying. So type 5s get a ridiculous amount of messaging early on that that they're a pain in the ass. And when really it's that you are wired totally differently than the rest. And what seems normal to everybody else feels really unnatural to you. And that stinks. I mean, that the feeling of that stinks to be constantly have it reflected back to you that there's something kind of wrong with you, that it's not okay, that you're different than everybody else. The truth is you came here to be different than everybody else. That is your purpose. You are connected to the heart. You are connected to nature, to creativity, to intuition, to feelings. And our society is so messed up with all of that stuff. Like, we don't value any of that in our culture. And it's really important. It's the truth of life. It is the flow, it is abundance, beauty, creativity, intuition comes from connecting to the non-physical, to energy, to other worlds through imagination. That is the truth of life. And our left brain culture is way, way too far out of balance. And you came here to remind us of that. Type 4s are often creatives, not only, I mean, like, you don't have to be a painter. You don't have to be talented at drawing to be a creative. It's more that you deeply feel the human experience and you reflect that back to us. So we do see type 4s in the arts as actors, authors, performers of some kind, but that's not required. My point is just that you're naturally drawn to reflecting the human experience. So the victim is like, poor me, I'm not as good as everybody else. And poor me, I have it harder than everybody else. You came here to be the person that you are. Don't feel sorry for yourself. You are totally in the flow. You are not here to have a typical average life. You are here to be unusual, to be unique, to be one of a kind, because it takes courage to be that person. And that's what you're here to show us. You're here to teach us to be authentic no matter what, unapologetically. So please let go of feeling like there's something deficient in you and that the world is against you, feeling sad that you have it harder than everybody else, which is not true. You have everything that you need. Remember your gratitude, love your talents, love your abilities, love your unique perspective, and your energy will really, really shift. Life will get a lot easier for you as soon as you let go of this victim story, because that's the law of attraction. That's what you're attracting. When you're in a poor me state of mind, you keep attracting experiences that validate poor me. So instead, gratitude. Wow, I love my sensitivity. I love my creativity. I love my talent. I love my insight. I'm so thankful for being unique and special the way that I am. I have something really unusual and special to offer. That will change your energy and change what you attract. Okay, and the last card that we got is called the Vampire. All right, I got to be straight with you. Type 4s can really be energy vampires, drainers of other people's energy, because they are feeling so sorry for themselves, feeling so sad about life. That's an incredibly depleted perspective. It leaves you feeling weak and powerless, and it drives you to want an enormous amount of validation from other people. So the description here says, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining and codependency. I feel like I've already said much of what there is to say on this, but it drains other people's energy to want them to validate you, to want them to build you up, to whenever you have an emotionally distressing day, to call your BFF and indulge in a several hours long conversation. I find so all 9 types have a default way of acting, and they're in a trance state while they're doing it. They're totally unaware of themselves doing it. The trance state for the type 4 is going on and on about your story and not even noticing your audience. You have to pee, you have somewhere else to be, you haven't eaten in hours, and the type 4 cannot notice this about you because they're so in the story that they're telling about how they felt and what this person said and what that did to them, and it reminded them of the time. I mean, it's just kind of going on and on and on about your sad tale. And this is extremely draining to the other people in your life. So how do we get out of it? It's filling yourself up with a life force of your own. Life force is love, self-love. People don't realize that energy that would fill you up is self-love. Being in the flow means you have inherent worth. You have an inherent value. You are not in resistance to yourself or to your life. This is what fills you up with energy when you totally love yourself, when you feel so grateful for the way you are, for what you have, for the beauty in your life. You don't need other people to validate you. You don't need other people to help you process your feelings. These are all things that you are capable of doing for yourself that would build you up and make you strong. So this card is encouraging you to remember that you are fully capable of healing yourself and meeting your own needs. I encourage you to read the book, Your Vitality Personality. That is my book where I go quite in depth about the type 4 and the exercises that you can do to support yourself. In particular, I teach you something called a charged energy clearing. And this is how you process your own feelings. And this is a very, very important skill for you to learn how to do so that you don't lean so hard on other people to help you process your feelings. Feelings are guidance from your higher self. They are not the truth. Feelings are not the truth. Feelings are fleeting, and they're in response to the thoughts that you're having. Your higher self, when you are feeling a lot of negative feelings, your higher self is trying to show you that your thoughts are not in alignment with your higher self. Your thoughts are not aligned with abundance and self-love and flow. So when you need an enormous amount of emotional support, that is showing you that you need an enormous amount of bringing your thoughts into balance, into gratitude, into appreciation, into surrender, instead of being so resistant to what's happening. The more you learn how to validate yourself, love yourself, find your own worth, the more energized you will be, the more positive experiences you will attract, and you will not need to have such intensive one-sided relationships where you're inviting your friends and support system to be there for you while you are not there for them. Okay. I say this with so much love because my 4s are my most beloveds in my life. So I hope that you can survive that, that set of cards, because it's really trying to help you get on track, help you have your happiest, healthiest life. So now we're pulling some dragon cards for you. What is the best card for type 4 now, please? Wow. That is straight up a type 4 card. Okay. Comparison versus transcend. Type 4s, your personal hell is comparing yourself to other people. This is your nightmare, and you do it to yourself every single day of your life, and it is so painful. You are constantly looking at, as I was saying, you're coming from a place of feeling deficient. You've received an enormous amount of messaging since you were young that there's something wrong with you, that you don't do it like other people, and that makes you bad and wrong. And that is an extremely painful message, and it's not true, PS, but you've totally internalized it. And this then creates this knee-jerk impulse to compare yourself to other people. Where am I at in life compared to where are they at in life? They have more money than me. They're happily married and I'm not. They have kids and I don't. Again, feeling sad for yourself about how your life isn't good enough and how you are not good enough. So you must transcend that. Let me look up what they say about transcend. I release trying to control how others see me. Does that ring true for you? That rings true for me for type 4s. I release trying to control how others see me. Type 4s just worry so much that they don't seem good enough, that they don't seem worthy enough, that they're not lovable enough, they're not beautiful enough. You have to let go of worrying about how you seem to other people and just do what you love. That is the joy. It's really a joy killer to worry about how you appear to other people. It creates so much anxiety and paralysis, as I'm sure you have experienced, really limits your ability to enjoy your life. So go for it. Live the life that you want. Do the activities that are cool to you, regardless of whether other people approve of it or approve of your talent at it. Live for you. Live for the joy. Okay. Then I pulled frustrated versus flow. I want to look that one up too. Okay, this is interesting. It says, other people disappoint me. Disappointment is a major theme, distorted theme, I call it in the book about type 4. Your vitality personality is about all 9 types, but in the section about the type 4, you'll see in the theme section that you have a distorted theme called disappointment. And so the law of attraction is real. And the way we think about things and what we believe is what we attract into our life. That becomes the reality we experience. So if you are always noticing what is disappointing about life, you will attract more things to feel disappointed about. So the flip side is appreciation. What do you love about life? What do you enjoy? What are you grateful for? The thing is that type 4s are totally built to notice the special parts of life, the really rare, unique, special, beautiful parts of life. I cannot tell you the number of 4s in my life who have pointed out the beauty that was right in front of my face that I missed. It just doesn't even seem to matter what environment I'm in with a type 4. They end up pointing something out to me that's awesome that I failed to notice. You're built for it, type 4. You love beauty, specialness, uniqueness. You love to appreciate. So focus on that rather than disappointment, because that is the difference between feeling frustrated in life and feeling like you're in the flow. Okay, and then we've got narcissism versus empathy. This is a really important topic for the type 4 because you really do have both drives in you. Type 4s, I find, are so deeply compassionate and empathetic. I mean, really, because of your ability to feel all the feelings, only type 4 out of all 9 personality types, only the type 4 allows themselves to experience all their feelings. All the other types are avoiding feeling things, shutting down against their feelings, sweeping things under the rug, or trying to be selective about which feelings they allow themselves to feel. Only the type 4 is fully in touch with the full range of human experience, the full range of human feelings. And this allows you to be incredibly empathetic and compassionate towards how other people must be feeling. When you hear about a situation that somebody else is in, you can immediately intuit how that must make them feel. So you are so deeply capable of compassion and empathy. However, the flip side is that for me, the victim energy vampire conversation we've already had, it just pulls you all the way off track. It just totally steals your joy to go into that mindset. So stay connected to other people's feelings, stay present to what other people are experiencing. You are capable of being a tremendous friend to other people. That is what I've been saying, is that all my favorite relationships are type 4s. It's type 4s are deep listeners, caring, compassionate. That's been so meaningful in my life. And you can be so meaningful in everybody's life if you can be present for other people, rather than just being concerned about what's going on for you and how you feel and your pain. That really pulls you off track. So if you could learn that charged energy clearing technique, I teach it in the book and I teach it in the private membership. I give examples of how to do it in the private membership. This is essential for you, is to learn how to process your own feelings so that you don't get mired in them, you don't get stuck. You can become the observer rather than the one who's in the story. You can notice that you are somebody having a story, and that allows you to change the narrative. Type 4s, you have so much to contribute. You are the ones to remind us all how beautiful life can really be, how meaningful and deep and rooted we can be to our lives. That is your great strength, your great talents. Lean into what you're amazing at. Find joy, love yourself, be grateful for yourself. You can completely change your life and become gloriously happy and fulfilled. I'm sending you so much love and light. To take the free personality type quiz, join the membership, get the book, or schedule a private guidance session, get everything you need at yourvitalitypersonality.com.